You came to 1896 Alaska from Europe, and now you are going to build your own gold empire here, somehow. That's what Alaska Gold Fever is. In typical simulator-like titles, you have an uncle, one you didn't even know about, and that uncle was a businessman, so he got sick or whatever, and you are next in line to inherit the business he was running. It turns out the hotel is a rundown hole abandoned by God. So you have to fix it, and you can do it, or rather you should, by getting into the famous gold rush. You start by learning about the local townsfolk and getting basic tools and resources to begin a renovation and reopen the hotel, where later you will be able to open a bar or kitchen for the townsfolk. However, as you might guess, the hotel thing is just a bold excuse and a partial reason for the main story to keep going. The real focus of the game is gold mining. Behind the town, if you can't even call a few small shacks a town, is your first mine. You learn how to craft primitive tools like a pickaxe or an axe, and you are ready to start digging. Piles of ground are boulders stacked on each other, and each time your pickaxe hits a pile, one of them is destroyed. Once you venture too deep, dust will start dropping from the ceiling, signaling that if you keep going, the ground above will collapse, making extra work for you to clean up the mess. So the game requires you to use support beams. You will also have to use a bucket to collect dirt and filter it. That's how you get things like iron and sweet gold, which you can then sell. However, what you find is often contaminated, and you can get better prices for your work by letting the gold go through a purification process, or even better, refining clean gold into gold bars. As you advance, the game lets you earn money in different ways. If you get tired of mining, you can sell refined iron, gather wood or berries, use a gold pan to collect gold from rivers in a small minigame, hunt animals for leather and fur, or dig up the remains of some dead folks and pocket whatever gold they left behind. There's a plenty of remains even in the town itself, so subtotal loss is your profit. There's more to do as well. You can obtain a farm, and there will apparently be a DLC with bandits in the future, though it seems the developers didn't have time to implement that yet. Anyway, there is also a weather system and a fairly clever way of locking players from venturing too fast into higher areas. The higher you go, the colder it gets, forcing you to get warmer clothes or you will simply die. I really think that's clever. What's not so clever is that the game should have been released as early access rather than a full product. The developers are quickly pushing hotfixes one after another, but it still feels unfinished. There are many places where the players can get stuck, hit an invisible wall, or something like that. In numerous places, textures are blurry, animals behave strangely, you make your way to hiding spots marked on the map, and they are just standing there like placeholders, or worse, they don't seem to know they are already dead. I believe some patches down the line will fix that, but there is a lot to fix. In my opinion, the game does have that replayability that simulator games usually offer. The plus is that you can do things other than just mining. You can improve your mining setup, buy better crafting recipes, and unlock new technologies to make your life easier. And that's fun, but maybe after they fix what's broken first. If you learned about another game thanks to me, and whether it's worth your time or not, feel free to leave a like or let me know what you think. See ya next time!